just said you was gonna refund my money. You just said you was gonna refund me my money, so refund me my money.
It's because we thought that your food
No, man. I had to taste the food. I had to taste the food. I had to taste the food. I had to taste the food.
Boycott the Asian hair store for 2 weeks. You're not gonna do it. Boycott the Vietnamese nail salons. You're not gonna do it. It's easy to say you're boycotting Target. There are so many companies that have come into the black community and treated us horrible over the years. I remember growing up in the black community. I'll never forget. And these stores, these Middle Easterners would come into the black community, open these stores, and would treat us horribly. Come in, get what you want, and get out of my store. And would treat us terribly. And they would come in and they would suck the lifeblood out of these communities and then treat you horribly. You go look right now in many of these urban communities, and they got these stores on every corner.
Grand rising kings and queens from Africa and across the ocean. Now, this issue of boycotting Africans from black Americans is still on my head because I have seen a video where Asian American or Asian immigrant is disrespecting black American, but do we really boycott the Asian business? Because for decades, Asians or other minority group have been disrespecting black Americans, but black Americans have just been doing business with them. But first of all, much love and respect to every single one of you turning in right now, whether you are watching from the streets of New York or you are watching from Ghana or Kenya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your mind, and I thank you for your heart, because this conversation we're about to have today, family, is not for the weak. That's reality. It is not for the weak. Now, today, I'm going to talk about the painful truth, a truth that has been in our face for decades, okay? Many of us are trying to avoid it, but it's here. It's here, okay? And that truth is this. Asian-owned businesses have disrespected black Americans for years, and we have not boycotted them. Black Americans have not boycotted them, okay? Black Americans have swallowed the disrespect, ignored the signs, and kept giving them the money. You get me? But when it comes to African-owned businesses, what I've seen the other day, suddenly boycotting comes easy, okay? Other businesses, the white-owned businesses, the other Latinos-owned businesses, for decades, they've been disrespecting black Americans. But why choose boycotting African businesses? This is something that we need to talk about, because it is something that has passed, but I've been thinking about it, and I came out with this video from Asian. I want you to watch it, and then we come back again.
You just said you was gonna refund my money. You just said you was gonna refund me my money, so refund me my money.
It's because we thought that your food
No, man. I had to taste the food. 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 I don't like it. I want my refund. I had to taste the food. I had to taste my food.
Did you see the sign in here?
No, I want my refund. Well, I was just gonna give me a refund. I don't like the food. I've been coming here all my life, and the food, I'm not used to the food tastes like this. No. Y'all don't always fucking play. Who's yelling at? Stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me. Hit 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 me. No, I don't want it.
Yeah, we will throw
No,
it.
I want my refund.
Have
No.
you seen that?
No.
Have you seen
Bro, I
that?
only ate 2 wings. I don't like it. It's tough.
It's only you who's always complaining.
No, I'm not always complaining. I don't always complain about my food. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't always complain about my food. I want my, bro, no, bro. No, bro.
DJ,
No. No, it's not always me.
It's always
No, it's not. No, it's not. Ever since Carlos left the store, everything been up. Everything fucked up. Everything fucked up. No.
That Carlos is like this. Carlos
Yeah, y'all nasty. Y'all nasty. Nasty. Y'all nasty.
You're always complaining.
No, I'm not always complaining. If my food ain't right, my food ain't right. Bro, I'm 28 years old. I've been coming here since I was young. Where the fuck you come from? Where the fuck you come from? Where the fuck you come from? Where you come from? Go back to your country.
And so, what do you mean go back to my country?
Fuck.
You are to go back to your country.
I'm in my country. I'm in my country.
You're the only
I'm in my country. be here.
Yes, sir.
Man, I wouldn't even order from here, man. Go somewhere else, bro. Man, hey.
Yes.
Remake my food or give me my refund.
Yes. Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
I'd be wrong if I throw it in your face.
Just let me get the shrimp fried rice.
There's someone here, like, you remember your title?
fried rice.
How many toppings?
Let me get the 10 uncut wings. No onions.
No, I don't always complain and return my food. What is you talking about? I don't even complain about my food. The food don't even taste right today.
What's the flavor?
You get honey wings.
So you got 5 cut wings, 3 fried rice,
10,
onion,
10
honey.
cut. 10 cut.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to let y'all know that I will not be a part of your stupid ass boycott. And y'all sound stupid as fuck. But if you want to boycott these bullshit ass beauty supplies that be fucking us over and treat us like shit, and we the only people that shop there, I'm all the fuck in. Or if you want to boycott white tees businesses, since most of these businesses exist because of our ancestors, I'm all down. But the Africans, it's a hard fucking no. And shame on all you colored people for allowing white tea to get your panties in the bunch and try to make us enemies. We have enough fucking problems with these goddamn white tees. We don't need no fucking problems with people who look just like us, stupid. And then half of y'all don't even fucking shop at the African shops anyway. So now you really look stupid. Monkey fucking see, monkey fucking do. Boycotting the African shop. Y'all sound so fucking dumb. I hate y'all sometimes. Y'all don't never think about rallying when it comes to any other race of people hurting us. I don't care if you African, if you black from America, if you black from China, if you black from any motherfucking place. If you black, you black. Dummy. Race don't mean nothing when you're fucking black. Y'all just goofies at this point. Always trying to put us against each other. My goodness. Y'all some silly ass race of people. As racist as it is on this app, y'all don't never boycott this fucking app. You have your happy ass on here dancing like a motherfucking nigga.
Question. This actually is a serious question. Why don't you like us black people? Non-American Asians always gave me the cold shoulder. American Asians were cool and I often hang out with them. Are they just not used to us?
Partially. Sad
to say, but I know that there's anti-blackness very much so in a lot of Asian American communities. And obviously, unfortunately, anti-blackness is global. And I think like
it's a very long historical answer.
Yeah.
Some of it has to do with not being used to it. Okay, so colonization happened throughout the whole world when white colonizers took over Asia, Africa, all the other continents. And with that came the belief of anti-blackness that was instilled upon all of these communities. Now, once those colonizations ended, you were left with this homogenized community where they don't know anyone who don't look like they're all white, all Asian, all South Asian, whatever it may be. And then all of a sudden you fast forward to having technology and Western media, because again, controlled by whiteness, is pushing out this message of that black communities are gangsters, do this, they do that. And then that media gets pushed out into the world in the form of movies and TV shows. And now you take this homogenized community who has learned anti-blackness through colonization and stuff like that, on top of the fact that it's then mixed with people who are learning about these races for the first time through fictionalized television that is controlled by white media. And then you have this biased look. So when they meet black people for the first time, they're having to reconcile what they have been essentially brainwashed into thinking versus then trying to figure out what that means when they meet you and they're like, but you're not any of these things. Which is the reason why you get a lot of people from Asia who are having to go through that discovery, and Asian Americans who grew up with that and know that those are things that are essentially propaganda, mind washing, to keep upholding this idea of And instead of using the WS word, I'm going to say anti-blackness, because one is,
hand in hand,
and they push this anti-blackness, then it's basically global propaganda. So then people are trying to, come to those terms. And instead of just being hateful, they may just not understand. You know what I mean? And I think that's like the short end of it.
Yeah. I mean, I have nothing to contribute. That was very concise. A lot of people are just conditioned to believe that Black people are whatever the conditioner wants you to believe they are.
Yep.
And, like my grandma, the only Black people she had ever seen were American soldiers in Korea. And to her, they were all part of the same group. And then when she came to America, all she knew about Black people was, like you said, what she had seen on TV, what people had told her. And so she was very distrusting of Black people. And I was like, how many Black people are just like everybody else? Like, I go to school with Black kids, like, and she was just like, oh no, they're very dangerous. I'm like, they're not. This is just what people wanted you to believe. But what else did she know? You know what I mean? She's just this like, country girl from, uneducated, and is told by everybody in power what to believe. My God is better. My people are better. My guns are better. So she's like, okay, well, all of these things are better. So I better side with the better side.
The Asian community is literally so anti-Black, and it literally fucking pisses me off. Like, we are literally so uneducated, uninformed, just misinformed, everything about the Black community, and it pisses me off. And like, it just boggles my mind how a lot of Asians see Black people as beneath them. I shit you not, I literally saw someone on my story and I literally was so gagged. Like, I was like, are you serious right now? And I sent him a message, ask him if he's being serious about this. This guy is Bhutanese. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but like, I guess he got like some kind of spray tan or whatever because he's doing some kind of stupid movie shoot or whatever. Roy posts on his story and says, because his skin is like 10 shades darker or something, he said, can I say the N-word now? With a ninja emoji next to it. I slid up so fucking quick and I asked this man, are you fucking serious right now? And guess what? That man left me on red. Need I say again that he is not Black? He is Bhutanese from Bhutan or whatever the fuck you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Quite honestly, like, the Asian community is literally so underhandedly racist to the Black community, and it just, like, not to mention the Black community is one of the most supportive of marginalized groups that has ever, like, uplifted the Asian community and actually put effort into supporting us. I'm probably gonna piss a lot of Asians off for saying that, but it's literally the truth, and I fucking see it for what it is.
Please be patient with me because there's so much here. I think the quick answer is that Asian Americans are given white privilege, especially the Asian Americans who fit the model minority stereotype. The quid pro quo for receiving that privilege is upholding white supremacy culture, which means being anti-Black. I was talking with somebody last night who was pointing out that the Civil Rights Amendment was passed in 1964. But also in the 1960s, the United States opened the door to Asian immigration. So now you have an influx of racial minorities who knew nothing about the history of white violence against Black people, knew nothing about the Black civil rights movement. So they arrived with civil rights, not understanding how that came to be. And also, it effectively erased the United States' own anti-Asian history, because Asian Americans came in not necessarily knowing about the Chinese Exclusion Act or the internment of Japanese Americans in the United States during World War II. And I think that Asian Americans are used as a buffer between the Black community and the white community, because in the 1960s, there was almost a racial reckoning. The white power structure almost had to face accountability for the history of violence against Black people. But instead, Asian Americans were inserted and we're pit against each other, so that we're always up against each other, and that basically like white supremacy escapes accountability. And the example that I think of that sort of started like the root of a lot of tension is Asian Americans were buying into the negative media stereotypes of Black people. And then in the events that led up to what became known as the LA riots, the LAPD kettled protests away from wealthy white neighborhoods and into Koreatown, and then they left. And we know how that played out. So again, the two communities being pitted against each other, and away from the white power structure. And obviously the model minority myth is used to oppress the Black community. And there's so much here. I will be getting more into it, but I feel like that's the quickest answer that I can give that gets a little bit into the history. And I'm really curious to know what the Black community and Asian Americans feel about this. But please be patient with me. Thank you.
Welcome back, family. I need you to picture this. A beauty supply store, for example, in a Black neighborhood, the shelves being stocked with products made by Black hair, Black skin, Black beauty. But when you walk in, the owners are not Black. Owners are Asians, whites. They look at you like you don't belong in your own space. They follow you down. They speak to you with short, cold, clipped words. And they will take your money. But they won't take the time to respect you. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Come on. You know what I mean. Asian immigrants, to be precise, I'm talking about Asian because the video we have watched is about Asian. Asian immigrants, the Chinese, Koreans, Vietnams, and others began heavily entering Black neighborhood in the mid of late 20th century. They saw an economy opportunity, not because they loved us, not because they wanted to uplift Black people, but because they knew Black people had a need and they could feel it. They set up in the heart of Black people communities. They opened beauty supply stores, nails, salons, convenience shops, liquor stores. They became the gatekeepers to the thing we as Black people used every day. But here's the part that hurts the most. Their businesses survives on Black dollars, yet that almost never invest those dollars into Black neighborhood. I know all of us, we have seen the disrespect with our own eyes. I know you have come across the disrespect with their own eyes. I'm talking about that because here in Kenya, Chinese are here heavily. They are doing their businesses here. They are contractors here. They have opened stores here. But the level of disrespect between them and Africans, it is too high. We have seen Black women treated like criminals the moment they walk in a beauty store. We have seen young Black men spoke to with suspicion and contempt. We have seen no credit signs aimed directly at Black people. And in too many cases, we have seen these businesses become scenes of violence. Remember all the stories. The young Black women slammed to the ground, the Black teenagers thrown out over petty accusation, and even lives are being lost over disputes that should never have turned violent. And what happens after? Maybe half-hearted apology, maybe a sign that says Black Lives Matter during protest, but deep down, we know the relationship hasn't changed. Deep down, the relationship is still the same. Here is my question. Why haven't we boycotted them? Why hasn't Black Americans boycotted their businesses? We boycott fast food chains when they mess up an order. We boycott clothing brand over offensive ads, and we will cancel a celebrity in a heartbeat. But when it comes to these businesses, Asian-owned businesses in our neighborhood, we keep going back. Now, one word, convenience. They have placed themselves right where Black people live. They carry the products Black people use every day. Second reason is habit. We as Black people, we get used on buying from the same place for years, even decades. They control parts of the supply chain, meaning sometimes Even when we wanted to stop, we will have to go out on our way to find alternatives. So here is the part that makes me shake my head. When it comes to Africans owned businesses like the one we have seen lately, suddenly we are not patient. You point out every flaw. An African business owner might get you your order wrong once, and you will swear you will never shop to that again. But the Asian store owner can respect you for 15 years, and you are still there every Saturday. Now, I will say maybe there is some cultural misunderstanding. Some of this comes with the cultural misunderstanding when some Africans and some Black Americans misinterpret each other's actions or words. But instead of addressing it, we turn it into division. We fuel our own division. And the one who wins when Africans and African Americans are divided is not neither one of us. The system wins because that is what the system wants. They want our division. They want us to have a fight between ourselves so that they can get easy access to our own territories. Family, there's a deep-rooted colonialism taught us to divide our own. It taught us to hold other Black people to impossible standards. So we excuse desperate from others, but we punish our own for the smallest mistakes. I'll say this. Every dollar we spend is a vote as Black people. When we give billions to non-Black businesses, we are voting for their success and our struggle. If we redirected even half of that into Black and African businesses, we'll see power we have never had before. I think we lack the financial power. That's all. For the next 90 days, I challenge you. For the next 90 days, I challenge you. Ask yourself, who own the businesses you are spending money with? Who own the businesses I'm spending my money with? Ask yourself, does my money come back to my economy or does it live forever? And if an African American isn't part or isn't perfect, give feedback, not to boycott. Help them grow. Now, we cannot keep protecting those who disrespect us while punishing those who are connected to our bloodline. It is time to break that circle. It is time to love harder, vote smarter, unite stronger. Because divided, we are customers, but unmute. But united, we are the owners. I love you all. And stay powerful, stay awake, stay united. I am the Kenyan Beast, signing out.